marksman of the Finnish Army. Finland has modernized its marksman Spag vehicles by replacing the original T-55M chassis with a newer Leopard 2A4 chassis. 181. The upgraded marksman vehicles were scheduled to enter service with the Finnish Army in 2016. 182. The new Leopard 2 chassis greatly improves mobility compared to the older T-55A chassis, both on and off-road. The Leopard 2 chassis is larger, providing a more stable firing platform for the marksman turret to operate from. 183. Leopard 2 Imp. Leopard 2 Improved was a prototype series for enhancing the A4, introducing a wedge-shaped, space-seated-on armor to the turret front and the frontal area of the sides. These spaced armor modules defeat a hollow charge prior to reaching the base armor, and cause kinetic energy penetrators to change direction, eroding them in the process. It does not form a shot trap, since it does not deflect the penetrators outwards to hit the hull or turret ring. The gun mantlet was redesigned to accept the new armor. 140. Leopard 2A5. The Leopard 2 Imp was developed into the A5. There were some improvements in the main armor composition. The interior received spall liners to reduce fragments if the armor is penetrated. The frontal heavy third of the side skirts was replaced with a stronger type. The commander's sight was moved to a Leopard 2A5S of the Polish Land Forces' new position behind the hatch, and it received an independent Hermel channel. The gunner's sight was moved to the turret roof as opposed to the cavity in the front armor in previous models. A heavier sliding driver's hatch was fitted. 184. Turret controls went all electric, increasing reliability and cruise safety, as well as weight savings. The gun braking system was improved to prepare for the later mounting of the new L/55 gun tube and to enable firing of more powerful ammunition, such as the DM-53 APFs. The first of 5S were handed over to the German Army Tank School in 1995 and started to enter regular service with Panzerbattalion 33 in December the same year. 184. The Leopard 2A5DK is a variant of the Leopard 2A5 similar to the Leopard 2A6 with some small modifications, used by the Danish Army. 185. Stridsvagn 122. A Stridsvagn 122 of the Swedish Army based on the Leopard 2 Improved. Stridsvagn 122 is a Swedish Army tank. 120 units were built, 91 of which were license-produced in Sweden. The tank features increased armor on the turret top and front hull, and improved command, control and fire control systems. Externally, it can be distinguished from the Leopard 2A5 by the French Galax smoke dispensers, different stridge bins, and the much thicker crew hatches. 140. The STRV-122B and Evolution, a variant equipped with modular AM8 composite armor from IBD Diesenroth, has increased 360-degree protection against threats like EFPs, RPGs and IEDs. 186. The width of 4 meters, 13 feet, has been kept, while the weight increases be only 350 kilograms, 770 pound. 186. Leopard 2 to 140. In the early 1990s, Rheinmetall began development of a 140mm smoothbore cannon for use in future tank designs. The new gun was intended to counter new Soviet tank developments, especially since the next generation of Soviet main battle tanks were rumored to be armed with a 135mm or 152mm cannon. The new 140mm cannon was part of a modernization program for the Leopard 2 known as the KWSII. 187. Test firing of the new 140mm cannon was conducted. Results showed that the gun had high penetration values, and had a muzzle velocity of around 2,000 meters a second, with potential to be increased further. However, the 140mm rounds were too heavy for the tank crew to handle effectively. The KWS-3 upgrade was to feature a new turret. This new turret was equipped with the planned 114 cannon and an autoloader. The introduction of an autoloader reduced the tank's crew to 3 members, as a dedicated loader was no longer needed. The gun's 32 rounds of ammunition were stored separate from the crew in a large compartment occupying the entire rear of the turret, in order to increase crew survivability in the event of a cook-off. The turntable-style turret had the gun offset to the left side, due to the autoloader's lateral feeding of ammunition into the cannon breech. The turret was powered by an electro-hydraulic drive and featured an IFIS battlefield management system. The crew was protected by an armored capsule, and ballistic protection for the hull was to be improved. The planned protection level of the KWS-3 upgrade was to be equal to or better than the Leopard 2 of 5.37, 187. A total of 650 Leopard 2 KWS-3 tanks were originally projected to be purchased. 38. However, in 1995 the KWS-3 program was cancelled due to changes in the political environment. Despite this, development continued on the 140mm cannon, with Rheinmetall coordinating with the British Royal Ordnance and French Guyot companies. The 140mm cannon was fitted to an old Leopard 2 prototype with the turret T19.188. Counterweights were added to the rear of the turret to balance the increased weight of the 140mm cannon. The modified Leopard 2 was not equipped with any other KWSII upgrades apart from the new gun. Live fire testing showed mixed results, where the 140mm cannon showed superior penetrating power compared to the existing 120mm cannon, but demonstrated poor handling characteristics. 187. The lack of the autoloader on the prototype further hampered performance. 187. Leopard 2A6. A German Leopard 2A6M with turret of the Leopard 2A6 includes the addition of the Rheinmetall 120mm L/55 smoothbore gun and other changes. All German tank battalions of the Crisis Intervention Forces are equipped with the A6. Canada purchased 20 Leopard 2A6s from the Netherlands. These were delivered in 2007. 189. Portugal purchased 37 Leopard 2A6s from the Dutch in 2007, with delivery in 2008. In January 2014, Finland purchased 100 L2A6s, as well as munitions simulators, and a 10-year supply of reserve parts from the Netherlands. The tanks were delivered in batches between 2015 and 2019. 190. The Leopard 2A6A1 is a command version of the Leopard 2A6 stemming from the KWSI program. The vehicle includes additional radios, with the amount depending on the level of command, to accommodate the communications for section, platoon, troop, company, squadron or battalion commanders. 191. For section leaders, the vehicle is fitted with one XSEM-80 and one XSEM-90 VHF radios. For platoon or troop commanders, the vehicle is fitted with one XSEM-80 and one XSEM-90 VHF radios along with an 800M field telephone cable drum fitted at the rear of the vehicle. For company, squadron or battalion commanders, the vehicle is fitted with two XSEM-80 or one XSEM-93 and one XSEM-90 VHF radios along with an 800M field telephone cable drum, for either fitted at the rear of the vehicle. 191. A Hellenic Army Leopard 2A6 Helena parade in Athens. The Leopard 2A6M is a version of the 2A6 with enhanced mine protection under the chassis, and internal enhancements to improve crew survivability. 192. In the summer of 2007, Canada borrowed 20 A6MS from Germany for deployment to Afghanistan. The Leopard 2Hel is a derivative of the 2A6 that was ordered by the Greek army in 2003. The Hel stands for Hellenic. The 170 tanks were delivered between 2006 and 2009. A total of 140 were built in Greece by Elbow, which delivered the first units in late 2006. 193. The Leopard 2A6M Can is a Canadian variant of the Leopard 2A6M. Significant modifications include distinctive black boxes mounted on the rear of the turret bustle, 194, and standoff slat armor. 195. The first tanks configured in this variant were 20 loaned from the German Bundeswehr in an effort to increase firepower and protection. Given to Canadian troops operating in the south of Afghanistan. The loaned tanks retain their German MG3 machine guns. The ex-Dutch tanks are also expected to retain their FN MAG machine guns due to commonality with Canadian stocks of C6GP-MG, itself a variant of the FN MAG. 196. Due to the loaned status of the first 20 tanks, the air conditioning unit originally could not be installed as only minimal changes could be made. The crew wore cooling vests instead, and the turret's electric driver generates less heat than the hydraulic drive of the older Leopard C2. The loaned German tanks will be kept by the Canadian forces and may be further upgraded, while ex-Dutch Leopard 2A6S were modified to German Leopard 2A6M specifications and used as restitution for the loaned tanks. 197. Canadian Leopard 2S in Afghanistan were later fitted with air conditioning units, a much-needed commodity in the scorching desert of Afghanistan, and Saab's Barracuda camouflage mats, which reduce solar loading by 50%. 148. The Leopard 2A6TR was the Turkish variant during the Turkish Army tank procurement project in 2000. The version was based on 2A6X. The project was dropped in favor of developing the indigenous Altay tank. 198. Leopard 2E. Spanish Leopard 2E. The Leopard 2E is a derivative of the 2A6, with greater armor protection. 199. Developed under a program of co-production between the defense industries of Spain and Germany. The program was developed within the frame of collaboration decided in 1995 between the defense ministries of both countries, which also included the cession of use by period of 5 years of 108 Leopard 2A4 from the German Army to the Spanish Army. The cession was extended up to 2016, and after that those tanks will be the sole property of the Spanish Army, as has been made public in January 2006. Then having been paid a total of Euro 15,124,014 in yearly installments, giving the Spanish ownership from 2006. In 1998, the Spanish government agreed to locally build 219 tanks of the Leopard 2E line, 16 recovery tanks of Leopard 2A, Buffalo, and 4 training vehicles. They chose Santa Barbara Sistemas as the main contractor. The program, with a budget of €1,939.4 million, includes integrated logistical support training courses for crew instructors and maintenance engineers, and driving, turret, maintenance, aiming and shooting simulators. Deliveries of the first batch began in 2004. Leopard 2PL. A Leopard 2PL. The Leopard 2PL is a Polish modernized version of the Leopard 2A4, carried out in cooperation with Rheinmetall and the Polish Armaments Group, POL. Polska Group Hasbro Genial GGZ. The Leopard 2 PLMBT is primarily tasked with assault, maintaining territory, and supporting mechanized and motorized subdivisions with its onboard weapon systems in all weather conditions during the day and night. The main upgrades when compared to the Leopard 2A4 include modernization of the commander's and gunner's sight, additional ballistic modules on the turret, replacement of the hydraulic stabilization system with a new electric system, and new fire extinguishing and fire suppression systems. 201. The upgrade included a new commander's control and monitoring system, the installation of an auxiliary power unit, APU, a new turret stowage compartment for crew equipment, the modernization of its main gun to use new types of programmable ammunition, and the integration of day forward/night rear camera for drivers. Included are customized towing vehicles due to the increased weight of the upgraded tank. 201. The upgraded 2PL version is in service with the Polish Land Forces. Of the Leopard 2A4S from the first, 128, and the second, 14, batches, 24 have been upgraded to Leopard 2PL standard. 202. The rest will be upgraded to the 2PLM1 standard. 203. Leopard 2PSO. A Leopard 2PSO at Eurosatory 2006. The new Leopard 2PSO, Peace Support Operations, variant I designed especially for urban warfare, which had been encountered in peacekeeping operations with increasing frequency. The Leopard 2 PSO is equipped with more effective all-around protection, a secondary weapons station, improved reconnaissance ability, a bulldozer blade, a shorter gun barrel for maneuvering on urban streets at the expense of fire range, non-lethal armament, close-range surveillance ability through camera systems, a searchlight, and further changes to improve its perseverance and mobility in built-up and wide-open areas. These features are similar to the tank urban survival kit for the American M1A2 Abrams. Leopard 2A7. The Leopard 2A7 vehicle is not intended to be optimized for combat in urban terrain, thus it is fundamentally different from the KMW variant, the 2A7 Plus, see below. A total of 20 vehicles were provided for converting. It involves former Dacia 6NL models returned by Canada to Germany. The original upgrade to a 6M has been extended in coordination with Canada and includes a crew compartment cooling system from the Leopard 2 6M Hell series, a new 20 kW auxiliary power unit based on the Stir Motors M12 TCAUI engine. 204. The Saab Barracuda Mobile Camouflage System, MCS, with heat transfer reduction, HTR Cool Cam, system. 205. A field trial proven combat management and information system, IFIS, Integriertes und Information System, onboard network optimization. With ultra-capacitors in the chassis and turret, a SOTAS IP digital intercom system, a renewal of the fire suppression system in the crew compartment, and the retrofitting of Attica thermal imaging module in the commander optics. 41. The weapon system is adapted for firing heavy ammunition. It is fitted for, but not with, additional passive side protection armor. The first Leopard 2A7 was handed over to the German Army in Munich in December 2014. 14 vehicles were produced for Tank Battalion 203, 4 went to the Armored Corps Training Centre and 1 vehicle went to the Technical School for Land Systems and School for Technology of the Army. The last tank remains as a reference vehicle at KMW. 41. The tank features a completely new armor package that features tungsten, titanium as well as nano ceramics. The estimated armor protection fourth hull is around -620mm RHAKE, and near -1000mm RHAKE for the turret. The Danish armed forces received its first Leopard 2A7 main battle tanks upgraded in Germany from the Leopard 2A5 DK version at the Dragoon Barracks in Holstebro. The Danish Army will receive a total of 44 Leopard 2A7 vehicles by 2022. 206